All right. We are live on a Friday night. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Whew. Some breaking news coming out of this afternoon. Well, I guess, technically, actually, you know what? I don't know exactly, technically, when this came up. Global Wars, what is up? You and I had a conversation earlier. What is up? Dude, I loved. Okay, before I get into this topic, dude, I love that video you sent me. It cracked me up. I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a good way. I was like, wow, what is this? All right. So before I jump into this, um, I am going to be watching Elimination Chamber this this Sunday because it is one of my old faves to watch in WWE. I love the Chamber. I don't care who you throw in it. I just want to see people get thrown off the top and stuff like that. Um, but I've had this guy, Global Wars, aka High Def, aka HD, uh, contacting me on and off over the last few days, over the last week or so, talking about possibly coming on and doing some stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll work out something, I guess. I have no clue who this guy was, but we keep talking. Friend requested me, and or my friend requested him because it's just easier to talk through Messenger than the back end of the Smash This Podcast channel because I don't always get those notifications like that. They get buried in other stuff. So we started rambling back and forth, and he sent me a message, kind of a promo slash just, introducing himself. So I was like, wow, this guy cracked me up. I dig it. So I'll be having someone join me for the first time on Smash This Podcast. Uh, High Def, aka HD, is going to join J Bone on Smash This Podcast following Elimination Chamber. We're going to talk some WWEC HD. Jaybone. I'm in a good mood. My son is here. He's just playing some video games in the other room, so I figured I'd just quick come on here, talk about some news that was broken, broken to me within the last couple hours through messaging me on Smash This Podcast. Thank you, Zach, by the way. Kill Steel, what is up? We need her to stay. Yeah, I hear you. Su Young announced through the over the course of the last week, putting a letter on Twitter, and then if you just look at a letter by itself, you're like, what the hell is this? If you go to her Twitter page and look up the page, it spells out free agent. FREEAGENT. Uh, so yeah, this shocked me. I was like, wow. And we were just talking about her yesterday, Trent and I, over on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. She is one of the best characters and most consistent, well done characters on that brand of Impact Wrestling. And it just, wow. I'm sure they're going to try to get her to stay, but I don't. It's the same old song on Impact Wrestling, I mean, all right. Impact Wrestling has been on this mission over the course of the last couple years, between 2 to 3 years, when the new regime came in, when Scott D'Amore and Don Callis came in and they started running it, and they brought in all these people that, I don't, unless you see them on the indies around you, I don't know if anybody knew who she was. I certainly didn't, but I know she's been around for a while. She's 30 years old. I'd have to go and look and see how long she's been around. But she came in pretty quickly and became Knockouts champ, you know, and has had one of the best Impact Wrestling knockout run with the whole Undead Realm thing, the Undead Brides. Man, it was great. Um, but has it run its course? I think that's the big question we got to ask ourselves here. If she's done pretty much everything, then yeah, Dead Pun Cage, yeah. She's now I'm getting this from PW Insider. Says former Impact Wrestling's Knockouts champion Su Yung, Impact Wrestling's deal has expired and she is now officially a free agent. PW Insider has confirmed Young, 30 years old, is at tonight's Impact TV taping, but she would be free to negotiate and sign elsewhere. So, okay, so here's my guess. That was listed within the last few hours. And stuff's been coming out slowly all day through different news sites. On Twitter, the internet, whatever. So my guess is she has one last war or something going on at these tapings, and she gets, I'm just going to say it, she's going to get killed off. That's my guess. If she's, if it's her time to go and she's not resigning, and I'm okay with it. Like I said to Trent last night, the way this company has been, and I mean this, please, I mean this in a positive way, okay? With the rebuilding of this company, a lot of people have come in and made a good name for themselves. But then after a couple years have moved on. This company is not as big as others like WWE, where you can switch brands and completely revitalize your career. Now, she did reinvent herself recently with this whole Susie thing, and it was great. It was great. She, the possibility is she could resign and reinvent herself as something else. Like after, like, I'm just throwing out a guess here. She has one last war with Rosemary. Rosemary finishes her off, and she takes a little time off, comes back as something completely different. I'm good with it, whatever. And she's talented enough to do it. Obviously, she did it with Susie. But if she's done everything and she feels like it's time to move on, and she's she's made herself worth something, at least I think she has. Like I said, I think she, the term pound for pound, but I think she is one of the best characters on the brand and most consistent. Just like which she does it so well. She is always in that zone, you know. And she's legit scary. When she gets in the camera and the lights are flashing and she's hanging upside down and she's like, dude, that is, in my opinion, some like old school scary Undertaker shit, man. It's just great. I love it. I mean, I'm not scared, but I'm just saying it's like, oh my God, it's kind of freaky, Um, she does it well. So if she is moving on, I mean, there certainly are plenty of options that she could go do. If she wants to go on to bigger and better, she could certainly go to. I've seen plenty of people already sounding off online, you know, go to AEW because they're trying to build their women's brand. And she's been around long enough, and she could go in there and do anything. She could go in as Susie. She could do Sue Young, and on that stage with the lights and the fog and oh my god, it'd be tremendous. Or she could do some kind of, I have no idea what else she could do, but whatever she could do, I'm sure she could do it. Judging by Rosemary's promo from Tuesday, it looks like there will still be more story to tell. Well, yeah, she's at the tapings, and I'm not looking at spoilers. I'm sure spoilers are going to come out tonight, tomorrow, over the course of the weekend, whatever. I'm not looking. I don't want to know. Um, Once in a great while, I'll look. Like if it has to do with someone specific, and I'm just, oh my god, I just can't wait. But I don't spread it around like wildfire. I'll look for myself, and then or sometimes you accidentally find out through the internet because people drop shit all the time. Oh, by the way, so and so fought so and won or lost or whatever. But whatever happens with her this weekend, this is purely speculation, folks. I think half of it's going to be done behind the scenes and half of it's going to be done in the ring. Because that's the way a lot of this Undead Realm stuff is done, They settle the wars in the ring, and some of it's done behind the scenes in these, vignettes and stuff like that. But damn, I mean, it's shocking, it's upsetting. I love her. She's one of the best parts of Impact Wrestling, and she's always been one of those, like, I mean, yeah, she was champ for a while, but it always felt like it was oh, what's a term I want to use? Underrated? I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is underrated, just because she is so good and not a lot of people talk about her. At least I haven't seen it. What's interesting, so interesting. A couple days ago, the impacted guys um, sent me over the next couple episodes of Impacted. It's the guys from the UK, Bison and Joker, and they do their character profiles. And I put them out on Wednesdays now, midweek. Figure that's a good time to start doing that. And it gives me a little more free time on the weekend. The next one that's coming out this Wednesday, ironically, is Sue Young. Unless they want to, I will certainly give them the option to redo it because, I mean, this is big news. If they want to throw that in there, or if they want to do something and have me add on, I can certainly do that. Because I splice stuff in there and whatever, I could do that. I'll talk to him about it, but that's supposed to be the next episode of Sue Young, so it's kind of funny. Swack Fan 100. Hello, J-Bone. Even though they have it right, this is why Impact fans get upset about news like this. Tired of losing wrestlers we love to other companies. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying. But like I said, it's become like these smaller companies have become like territories. You stick around for a few years, 2 to 3 years, and you've done everything you could possibly do, and then it's time to move on. Now, one thing I've noticed is, and I don't know where this is, it's like later this year, I saw a poster for her. She's wrestling um, one of the girls that just wrestled on um, AEW, one of those girls, one of the Joshi girls. Now, I don't know if she's going over to Japan. I thought I saw something that she's going to Japan, or she was at Japan a while ago or something. I forget. I read something about her being in Japan. So, I mean, that's an option for her too. If she wants to do a couple long tours over there, um, hell, it's her career. The fans love her, but what are you gonna do? Dead Punk Gage says if it's true and she does leave, then it needs to end as it began, a fight within the undead realm and the bunny reclaiming her soul by eliminating this version of Su Young. Oh my goodness. Did Su Young beat Allie? I think. Is that how she came in and beat her? I forget. Um I tell you, that'd be funny if they let Allie come back for like a behind the scenes vignette and like drag her to hell or something, some Undead Realm segment where she takes Su Young as revenge, and then that's like the end. Because this whole thing for the last year with Rosemary and Su Young and Kiera Hogan and all that has been about the bunny. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be great. Um, but and she's just I shouldn't. This just sounds like it's me knocking her, but it's not. Allie's not wrestling right now in AEW. At least I don't think I've seen her wrestle. She was, and then she became the valet for the Butcher and the I almost said the Beast, the Butcher and the Blade. So and maybe she's injured or something. I don't know why she's only doing that. I'm not sure. Sue killed Allie with Freddy Claus. It was emotional. Oh yeah, in the undead realm. That's right. That's right. And Luchasaurus was there too. Maybe he can come in. Oh, that's so funny. I'm like, and I wanted them to hire Luchasaurus, and then they killed him in that vignette right after he had that match with Chris Bay on Explosion a week prior or something. And I was like, well, you killed him off. Now you can't hire him. Oh God, that's crazy. I agree. If she goes, she has to die in the undead realm. Yeah, I mean that'd be a great way to go. Which I mean, it's crazy and it's wacky, but it's consistent, right? And that's one thing that Impact Wrestling has been is consistent with their storytelling. They do it well. This whole thing, I said, this whole thing has been surrounding the bunny. Rosemary keeps going back to Allie's story. And like I said, when Trent and I were talking about this, and I'm like, wow, I mean, that's really kind of amazing that she's been gone for what, a year or whatever. And it keeps going back to her. Kevin Sullivan, leader of the Dark Order. Oh, God. And he brings in a women's division, Dark Order as well. Oh, that'd be badass. I don't know who he'd bring in. Um, yeah, I'd love to see her reinvent herself as something like evil and dark and twisted with a little bit of makeup on or something. She'd fit right in. She wouldn't even have to wear the mask. She could like paint herself up some kind of like lucha dark something, and I don't know. She could do all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about it a little bit. Like I said, she certainly has the options. Um, I saw someone online saying that they want her to wrestle Asuka. Okay, fans want different things. What are you going to do? Um, Do you think AEW has given up on Allie wrestling? I haven't seen her wrestling there much either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she's not. She came out, like I said, she came out as a valet with the Butcher and the Blade. Maybe she's, I don't know what her story is. I'm not sure why. Like I said, I don't know if she's injured. I don't know if that's just something they put her in for now and she's happy with it. I have no clue. I really don't have any clue. If Sue leaves, they need to sign Marty the Moth ASAP. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing stuff like he's healthy again. I'm not sure. I hear little things here and there. I know he's busy doing his gaming channel and stuff in the meantime, kind of just keeping his face out there, but I haven't heard anything. I would seriously mark out for an Allie cameo in the final battle between Rosemary and Sue. Like I said, yeah, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it? And I don't think it'd be out of the realm for AEW to work with Impact Wrestling and let her do that. It'd be perfect for like a, you know, 5-second cameo. Drags her into the abyss, something, whatever. I don't know. Down a hallway full of fog. I don't know. I don't know. Like Kane dragging Seth Rollins to hell a few years ago. That was hilarious. You know, the smoke's coming up, the red lights, and Seth Rollins is freaking out. I remember I was talking about that when I was on the Rambling About Wrestling podcast. I made the cover for that. That was hilarious. I don't remember if somebody was champ or if that was just a storyline or what, but it'd be something similar to that. I'm saying that'd be cool. The Undead Realm Dark Order has the perfect crossover appeal if done properly. Oh, wouldn't that be a trip if then, like, all of a sudden, like, on the next, somewhere in the next couple episodes, then Allie drags her down the ramp and that's her debut at AEW? Like, the story continues from one brand to another. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, I think that'd be, like, just amazing. You know? I mean, yeah, sucks to see her go because she's an awesome character. But to have the creative stance to do something like that and have the bunny bring her to a new company. That'd be something. That would really be something. Hakeem, what is up? You think Sue Young will resign? Yeah, I mean WWE is signing everyone. I mean, I couldn't even fathom how big their roster is down in Florida right now. It's got to be just unbelievable. And he can't even put half of them on TV. And then you've got like the Florida circus that travels from, little place to little place around Florida, and that's how they break them in. Like Io de Fantasma just debuted recently down there. He's not on TV yet, but he just, so they're breaking him in finally with I just saw the pictures online with someone else who's Latino. I forget. But anyways, yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, there's lots of options out there. Um, Women of Honor are trying to build their roster. It's an option. It may not be a popular one, but if that's where you are in your career and you want to help build something small and help watch it grow, I mean, I know there's a lot of negative connotations floating around the existence of that company right now. I'm not going to get into it, but they're starting to announce women for this tournament to crown a new champ over in Women of Honor, Ring of Honor, whatever. Nicole Savoy just got announced, so it's good for her. She's out of Vegas, West Coast area, I think, something like that. Saw her a few different places over the years. Makes sense to carry the feud over when you have both competitors and know the history and backstory and have them continue their dark war, right? It just would. Elijah Washington, what's happening? Millard Harris, what's shaking? Don't cry, man. What are some lockdown matches you'd like to see? I want to see some I want to see like the North go balls out against I don't know. I don't care. I'll talk about one other free agent that had a interview recently with Wrestling Inc. I don't know if you guys saw that. Connor, aka of the or formerly known as Connor, now known as Big Con, I guess, of the Ascension, formerly of the WWE. Um, Apparently, they're going to be showing up on TV somewhere soon. So there's only a few options out there. He said soon. He didn't say how soon. I would love him to be part of the ICU and come in like, okay, this is what I said. I think I said this a while ago. Have Tommy Dreamer go heel and brings in the Ascension as his guys to take over. That was one vision I had. It may not be the popular one, but that's one thing I envisioned. If that happens, I'm going to shit because I never called hardly anything. I never predict crap. But there are not too many places where they're going to show up and really make a significant impact. AEW is an option. I see pictures of Ascension and Stardust getting flown around. There you go. Cody needs some backup. Cody needs to form a new alliance, maybe get some muscle to help him, maybe get back in that championship contention. Bring in some big boys. Just a thought, there's options. There's a million options out there. Su Yung just announced for Ring of Honor women's turn. Are you serious? Is that legit? Are you messing with me, or is that legit? Hang on. Let me jump on the old Twitter box. Give me a second here. I can hear my son in the other room yelling, "I hate you so much." I'm like, damn. Quest. Okay, Quest for Gold. All right, who's that? Signed to compete. Gia Scott? Okay, that's not her. I'm floating down the page here. Nicole. Okay. Oh, Nicole Savoy. Okay, so she's part of that past and present competition thingy. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, there's. Oh no, that's Ashley Vox. Oh, she's in there too. Okay, so she's also. Well, that's interesting. All right, I'm not seeing it. Martina. Oh, that's the the Moth Girl or whatever they call her. Oh, who's that? Alex Gracie? Gracia? Okay, that's another one. I'm scrolling down here. I'm not seeing it. Who's that? Mandy Lee. Oh, she's been a part of that. She's part of the beautiful people, whatever. I don't know what the hell they're calling her. Who's that? Vita Von Star? Real Real Steels? All right, so I'm seeing a bunch of different girls that I've, kind of sort of heard of before. Moth from the Flats. That's Session Moth Martina. Okay. Yeah, I heard she signed with them. Okay, I'm not seeing. I mean, they might announce her. They certainly could. I'm not seeing it though. Jenny, who's this? Jenny Rose? Okay, I never heard of her either. I'll scroll a little more. I'm not seeing it though. Oh, Katarina's in the tournament, formerly of Impact Wrestling. That's interesting. There's Nicole Savoy. Okay, so she's definitely in there too. Session Moth. We're going back to late February now. 20 something. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's Angelina Love. So she's in there. Velvet Sky, I don't think is going to be in it. I think I heard she had some health issues or something. Who's this? Kellyanne Fiend. Okay. Yeah, like I said, a lot of new girls that I never heard of. 25th. Okay, that's when they made the announcement that they're searching for girls. And I'm not seeing anything. Sumi Sakai. Oh, I think she was like the first one they announced. Okay. All right. So I'm not seeing her. So if you find the post, then maybe it's not. All right. J-Bone, I did mines by eating tacos. I took a pic. What? You guys. J-Bone, if you could put the North up against any team in AEW, who would it be? Oh, man. You know what? I'll just say it. I know there's some people hate them, but I'll say Young Bucks because they're one of the best out there. They're a little banged up right now, but I mean, just outside of whatever's going on currently with them. Oh, sorry, Nick's having a kid. That's what he was doing. Yeah, the North versus Young Bucks. That's what I would do. Bring Generation Me to the TNA show. That'd be tremendous. But you're not going to see them around that weekend. AEW's pulling them all because Cody said before they got going, AEW will not wrestle during WrestleMania weekend. They will not have events. So, um, as far as I know, none of them are going to be signing at WrestleCon. I could be wrong, but I know some of them got pulled. Ring of Honor hanging in there. Yeah, barely. A little bang for your buck. Oh, yes. If Sue Young leaves for Ring of Honor, then maybe Kelly Klein could sign with Impact. Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. She's concussed. I mean, she's banged up. She had to leave for health reasons. I know I see a lot of people saying that, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. I mean, some people get a little concussion and they're back in a couple weeks. She's I haven't seen anything about her anywhere. She's going through a divorce too, so there's that. So she's probably just taking care of real life stuff for a while before she gets back in the game. Who knows? I really don't know. I think Scott Demore has been trying to make that happen for a while now. J-Bone, ROH, and NWA in a working partnership can Impact Wrestling be next? You mean with NWA? No. If it'll never happen. I shouldn't say never, but if William Corgan is taking the next event and putting it on the same date as Rebellion or whatever the next pay-per-view is, what does that say? You're just hurting your own brand because Rebellion's been booked for months now. Oh, Crockett Cup, that's it. Yeah, that won't happen. Oh, what else here? We just went over half an hour. I'm going to get out of here soon. Lagana and Billy hate Impact right now. Yeah, well, I mean, they hate the old regime. There's absolutely no reason for them to be bitter about anything. It's not even TNA anymore. I mean, yes, the legacy is there, but there's new ownership, new VPs, and there's been nothing but positive coming out of there. There's a couple hiccups along the way. I don't know what the hell happened with Killer Kross. That not going to get into that. But overall, that locker room is tight. Kelly Klein got to take it easy for a while. Yeah, she does. She's got to get healthy again. She's got to get her life back on track. Excuse me. If Su Yung doesn't resign with Impact, well, then I can't wait to see how Impact will write her off or kill her off. Yeah, that's why I said that'd be like the ultimate thing. Allie comes back and wraps up the whole story, drags her to hell or whatever, and then debuts a couple weeks later. Allie drags her down the ramp at AEW. That'd be hilarious. I would absolutely man, that'd be like the biggest pop. I would pop for that big time. Who will Rosemary get as a partner? Oh gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. Jordan Grace, I don't know. It sounds like they should be more pissed at Dixie than Anthem. Well, yeah. Just everything with Dixie and Jeff Jarrett and just that whole thing from like 3 years ago. Like I said, it's not even the same company. It's all completely different. So, but anyways, we can go back and forth about that all night. Sorry, so we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for tuning in late on a Friday night. If you're here, I don't know what else you're doing. Go have a couple beers for me. So yeah, on your way out, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so let you know when more of my content hits your screen Sunday night. I'm gonna bring in a new friend of mine, and we're gonna review Elimination Chamber. It's one of my old favorites from WWE. So we'll see what happens that night. I don't even know half the card, but hey, we're going to have fun with it. We're going to review it here. You're going to see someone new, Mr. HD, Mr. High Def is going to be with Jaybone. So stay tuned for that. We'll be live here Sunday night post Elimination Chamber. And then Monday back to the old NWA TNA grind with Trent. Reviewing number 13 or 14, something I forget. I gotta look. We're a few months in though. It's going good. I think we just did 13, so 14's next. All right. Vince is mad with Shayna. Who's Shayna? Heavy J, what's up? AEW should pull an NXT and raid Impact's women division. Well, they're picking up free agents. I mean, they're not going to pull anybody out that's under contract, but they're trying to build a brand. People get pissed, but they're trying to build a company. So, I mean, there's no reason to be pissed about it. Acer, what is up? Hey, yo, Jaybone. Sucks about Su Yung leaving Impact. She'll certainly be missed on the show. I like her character and her Susie character too. Best of luck to Miss Su Yung and her wrestling adventure. Yeah, man. I mean, she's so damn good. She's so charismatic. She can do anything. Oh, Shayna. Oh, Baszler. Baszler. Yeah. Former two-time NXT Women's Champ. Yeah, she'll probably win this Sunday. Who knows? I'm not doing a prediction show. I'm just doing it, I'm going in with zero. I mean, I like the fact that one of my favorites, John Morrison, is tag team champ. But I'm even more excited that there's going to be an absolute tag team chaos going on in Elimination Chamber. So, the rest of the card, I don't know. We'll see we'll see what happens. Vince is mad at her? I don't know. Vince is mad at everyone. He's burying everyone. He buried Apollo. He's burying Ricochet. I just saw a post from Apollo getting interviewed backstage. He's like, I'm sick of this. Hell yeah. How many times are you supposed to lose in a row and then just take it? No predictions needed. It's predictable. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Killer Cross debut at Elimination Chamber. Yeah, but there's like no men's singles chamber. I mean, he certainly could. I don't know who he'd. Show up. Kind of thought he'd show up tonight and destroy the NWO. That'd have been cool. All right, now we're rambling. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for joining in. Come back Sunday night. We'll have some fun. You'll see a new face on here. HD, high def. And yeah, we'll have some fun right here on Smash This Podcast. Good night, folks. Have a good weekend.